Looking to capture her attention and make her think about you nonstop? Discover the secrets with our guide. 11. This will make a woman think about you nonstop. Imagine her mind constantly drifting back to thoughts of you, yearning for your presence and desperate to feel your touch. This guide reveals powerful strategies on how to make a woman think about you nonstop, ensuring you remain at the forefront of her thoughts. Learn how to make her desperately miss you and keep her thinking about you day and night. Whether you want to know how to get her thinking about you or how to make her think about you, our expert tips will show you exactly what you need to do. Dive in now to explore these intriguing methods and transform your relationship. With our insights, you'll be well on your way to making her think about you without end. Number 1. The Art of Scarcity. Imagine savoring your favorite dessert. Each bite is delicious, but if you ate it every day, it would lose its appeal. The same principle applies to human relationships. If you're always available, always texting, or constantly calling, you're not giving her the chance to miss you. The key to making a woman think about you nonstop is to create a sense of scarcity, making her crave your presence. The human brain is wired to desire what isn't readily available. When something is always within reach, it becomes less exciting, less valuable. On the other hand, when something is slightly out of reach, we start to think about it more, crave it more, and appreciate it more when we finally have it. This is the psychology behind scarcity, a concept that drives desire in many aspects of life, including relationships. So how do you apply this to your interactions? First, resist the urge to be constantly in contact. This doesn't mean you should ignore her or play mind games, but rather show that you have your own life, your own goals, and that she is not the center of your universe. When you're not always available, you give her space to miss you, to wonder what you're up to, and to anticipate the next time she'll hear from you. Instead of texting her all day long, give her space to breathe. Let her initiate some of the contact. When you do connect, make it meaningful. Share something interesting you've been working on or a funny story that happened to you. This way, your interactions are not just frequent, but also valuable and memorable. Another powerful strategy is to make your presence felt when you are together. This means being fully engaged when you're with her. Listen intently, make her laugh, and create moments that she will want to relive in her mind. When you combine this with periods of absence, you create a potent mix of longing and anticipation. A scientific study conducted by the University of Virginia found that people are more likely to be attracted to someone when they are uncertain about how the person feels about them. This uncertainty creates a space in the mind where curiosity and attraction can grow. By not always being on her line, you naturally create this uncertainty, which can lead to her thinking about you more often. The art of making a woman think about you nonstop is rooted in creating a balance between presence and absence. By not always being available, you allow her to appreciate your presence more. This isn't about playing hard to get, but about being worth the wait. You might just find that she starts thinking about you a lot more than you think. Number 2, the art of show your complete self. In the intricate dance of relationships, there is a powerful yet often overlooked strategy: showing your complete self. What does this mean and why does it work? Imagine this. When you're in a relationship or trying to make someone miss you, it's crucial to demonstrate that you are a whole, vibrant individual, even when you're not with them. Your life should be fulfilling and exciting on its own terms. This isn't about playing hard to get or being aloof. It's about living a life so rich and full that your presence naturally becomes something to be craved. When you show that you have your own passions, interests, and goals, you will appear more engaging and appealing. It's a concept rooted in the idea that people are drawn to those who are content and thriving in their own world. When someone sees that you're happy and fulfilled, they're more likely to miss being a part of that joy. But how do you cultivate this allure without appearing indifferent? You must strike a delicate balance between your personal life and your interactions with her. It's not about ignoring her or pretending that you don't care. Instead, focus on your personal growth and happiness. Pursue your interests with vigor, whether it's a creative project, a fitness goal, or advancing your career. Spend quality time with friends and family, and invest in your education or personal development. This independent vibrancy is magnetic, making her want to be part of your world, not out of necessity, but out of genuine desire. Passion is contagious. When you are deeply engaged in something you love, it radiates energy and enthusiasm. For example, let's say you're passionate about photography. You don't need to flaunt your skills to her directly. Instead, share the moments when you capture something beautiful. Let her see your dedication and joy. This not only showcases your talents, but also highlights your ability to find fulfillment within yourself. She'll find herself drawn to your energy, wanting to share in the excitement of your passions. There's a subtle psychology at play here. People are naturally attracted to those who seem self-sufficient and content. When she realizes that you are not dependent on her for your happiness, it creates a sense of intrigue. She'll begin to wonder, what makes him so content? What's happening in his life that I'm missing out on? This curiosity can be incredibly powerful, leading her to think about you even more. This strategy aligns well with the Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes self-control, resilience, and personal responsibility. By focusing on your own growth and maintaining emotional balance, you not only become more attractive, but also build a stronger foundation for any relationship. Stoicism teaches us that our happiness should never be entirely dependent on external factors, including relationships. Instead, by nurturing our own well-being, we inadvertently become more desirable partners. So, how do you make her desperately miss you? By being your complete, authentic self. Show her that your life is full and meaningful, that you are passionate and engaged with the world around you. Let her see that while you value your time with her, you don't rely on her for your happiness. This approach not only makes you more attractive, but also creates a dynamic where she begins to crave your presence, wanting to be part of the vibrant life you lead. Remember, it's not about playing games. It's about living your truth and inviting her to join you in it. Number 3, art lights the fire of jealousy. Jealousy is often seen as a dangerous emotion, something to be avoided at all costs. But what if, when used with care, it could actually work in your favor? Imagine a situation where the mere thought of you with someone else makes her heart race, where your absence becomes a void she can't ignore. How do you create such a powerful effect? Let's explore how to spark the flames of jealousy in a way that draws her closer to you without crossing the line into manipulation. Rule 1. Spark the flames of jealousy. Jealousy, when used strategically, can be a potent tool in making someone miss you. But the key lies in subtlety. It's not about making her feel insecure or hurt, but rather about igniting feelings of longing and desire. When she sees you enjoying yourself, especially in the company of others, it can trigger a sense of urgency within her, making her realize what she's missing out on. For example, share stories or photos from social gatherings, adventures with friends, or even simple moments of joy. But do so with authenticity. Let her see that your life is full and vibrant, that you're thriving even when she's not around. This can create a contrast that heightens her desire to be a part of your world. Will you feel jealous when you see this photo later? Not because she doubts your loyalty, but because she wishes she were there with you, sharing in that joy. This is the kind of jealousy that can make her miss you, not out of insecurity, but out of a deep desire to be by your side. Rule 2. Don't give in too easily. Now that you've sparked her curiosity and maybe even a touch of jealousy, the next step is crucial. Don't rush to fill the void she's starting to feel. When she reaches out, resist the urge to immediately give in to her advances. Why? Because the anticipation is what keeps the flame alive. By holding back just a little, you allow her to feel the full weight of missing you. It's not about playing games. It's about letting the emotional tension build to a point where when you do finally reconnect, the experience is all the more intense. This small delay adds to her anticipation, making the eventual reunion that much sweeter. In conclusion, sparking the flames of jealousy, when done with care, can create a sense of longing that makes her think about you nonstop. But it's important to tread carefully, always prioritizing respect and empathy. The goal is to draw her closer, not push her away. By living a full, exciting life and not giving in too easily, you create a dynamic where she can't help but miss you, ultimately leading to a deeper, more meaningful connection. Number 4, art makes no concessions to attract attention. Why do some people seem to hold more power in relationships? Could it be that they're not playing by the usual rules? Imagine this. Someone sends you a casual "hey" or just an emoji. If you respond immediately every time, what message does that send? It can seem like you're just sitting around waiting for their attention. And guess what? People tend to undervalue what they can easily get. Here's a twist. By not rushing to respond, you subtly communicate that your time and attention are valuable. You're not just someone sitting by the phone, eagerly awaiting their messages. Instead, you're a person with dreams, goals, and a life that's not centered around them. When you delay your response, it shifts the dynamic. Suddenly, they're the ones wondering what you're up to, why you're not as available as they thought. But this isn't about playing hard to get or manipulating someone's emotions. It's about maintaining your sense of self-worth and not letting someone take your presence for granted. It's about showing that you're engaged in your own life, that your world doesn't revolve around a text or emoji. Science even backs this up. Research in psychology suggests that the human brain places higher value on things that are less accessible. If your attention isn't always readily available, it becomes something they have to work for. This makes it more rewarding when they do get it. By not immediately giving in to these little bids for your attention, you might find that they start to miss you more and value the time they do get with you. In the end, it's not about playing games, it's about respecting yourself enough to know that your attention is a prize, not something to be handed out to anyone who sends a fleeting message. Number 5. Art fosters an atmosphere of mystery. Creating an air of mystery around yourself can be incredibly captivating, especially when it comes to making someone think about you nonstop. Human nature is drawn to the unknown, and when a person can't quite figure you out, it triggers a deep sense of curiosity. This curiosity makes them replay conversations, analyze your actions, and wonder about your thoughts. Imagine you're watching a movie with an unpredictable plot. You can't help but keep guessing what happens next. The same principle applies in real life. If you reveal everything about yourself all at once, there's no thrill left. But when you choose to reveal yourself in layers, it keeps the other person intrigued, always wanting to know more. For instance, if you had an exciting day, rather than narrating every single detail, you might casually mention, "I had such an unexpected adventure today," and leave it at that. This simple statement leaves them with questions. What happened? Where did you go? Who were you with? And they'll be eager to find out more. This kind of mystery isn't about playing games. It's about creating a sense of depth and richness in your character that naturally draws others in. But mystery isn't just about what you say. It's also about what you don't say. Don't always be available. Don't share every thought that crosses your mind, and don't lay out your plans in advance. This doesn't mean being distant or unkind. It simply means leaving some things unsaid. It's about balance, giving enough to show you're interested, but holding back just enough to keep them guessing. A modern Stoic might argue that this sense of mystery aligns with maintaining emotional control and self-sufficiency. You're not withholding to manipulate. You're simply preserving your own sense of self, ensuring that you remain an individual with your own interests, experiences, and boundaries. This is attractive because it shows that you don't need constant validation from others. You're content within yourself. Cultivating mystery doesn't mean playing games or being deceptive. It's about pacing your self-disclosure in a way that builds connection gradually. Instead, they probably left a few details to the imagination, creating a sense of anticipation and excitement. This keeps interactions more dynamic and rewarding, as every conversation feels like a new discovery. The mystery makes the heart grow fonder, and by maintaining this allure, you'll find that they can't stop thinking about you. Number 6. The art of desire. Imagine being that person who is always on someone's mind, the one they can't stop thinking about. How do you get there? It's all about leaving them wanting more. Each interaction should be a highlight, leaving them eager for the next time they see you. Think of it like a great book you just can't put down. Each chapter ends with a cliffhanger, making you desperate to turn the page. In practice, this means knowing when to walk away, even when the conversation is going well. It's tempting to keep talking, but ending on a high note leaves them with a sense of anticipation. It's like stopping a movie at the best part. They'll be eager for the sequel. This strategy works because it plays on the psychological principle of scarcity. When something is rare, it becomes more valuable. By limiting your time together and making each moment count, you become a rare gem in their life. Someone they look forward to seeing, someone they miss when you're gone. Because human nature craves what it can't easily have. When you're not around, they'll replay the positive experiences in their mind, making your presence something they yearn for. This is why it's crucial not to overstay your welcome or stretch out your time together until it becomes mundane. You see, it's not just about being there, it's about how you make them feel when you're not. The anticipation builds desire. For instance, studies have shown that the brain's reward system is activated not just by receiving a reward, but by the anticipation of it. So when you leave them wanting more, you're engaging that reward system, making them think about you even when you're not around. Remember, the goal is to be the person she can't wait to see again, the conversation she replays in her mind, and the presence she deeply misses. Be the one who leaves her wanting more, and she'll keep coming back for another taste. Let them miss you. Let them wonder when they'll get to experience that again. That's how you stay on their mind, long after you've said goodbye. Number 7. The art of listening. Do you ever wonder what makes someone linger in your thoughts long after they've left? The secret lies in the details, the little things that often go unnoticed but have a profound impact. Paying attention to the small nuances of a conversation can make you stand out and leave a lasting impression. Women are naturally attentive to detail, and when they see this trait mirrored in a man, it's not only refreshing, but also highly attractive. But how do you harness this power of attention and make it work in your favor? Start by being truly present when you're with her. In an age where distractions are plentiful, giving someone your undivided attention is a rare and valuable gift. Engage in meaningful conversations that go beyond the surface. Instead of focusing on what you'll say next, listen intently to what she shares. This genuine interest can lead to deeper, more memorable discussions. The magic happens when you recall something she mentioned and bring it up later. It could be a small detail she casually mentioned about her favorite book or a place she wishes to visit. By remembering and referencing these details, you demonstrate that you value her thoughts and opinions. It's not just about making a mental note. It's about actively incorporating those details into future interactions, whether through a thoughtful text or a surprise outing that aligns with her interests. This not only shows that you're attentive, but also that you genuinely care. Additionally, cultivating your own independence is crucial. Independence is inherently attractive because it signals confidence and self-reliance. It's about respecting each other's individuality while fostering a connection. The interplay between attention and independence can make you irresistibly intriguing. Science supports this dynamic. Studies suggest that couples who engage in meaningful conversations and respect each other's independence report higher satisfaction in their relationships. This balance keeps the relationship fresh and exciting, allowing both partners to grow individually and together. Number 8. The art of confidence. Charisma and confidence are powerful qualities that can captivate others and make them long for your presence when you're not around. These traits aren't about being overly bold or dominant, but about showing comfort in your own skin and expressing yourself genuinely. When you're confident, you naturally exude an aura that makes others feel good around you and makes your absence feel more profound. But how do you build charisma and confidence that make a woman think about you nonstop? Charisma often stems from making others feel valued and understood, not just being the center of attention. When you leave a conversation, people should feel uplifted and enriched from having interacted with you. Let them associate you with positive feelings and experiences. This doesn't mean you have to be a people pleaser. Rather, focus on authentic engagement and listening. When was the last time you truly listened and made someone feel heard? Confidence, on the other hand, is about believing in your own worth and abilities without needing constant validation from others. This doesn't mean you won't have insecurities or doubts, but rather that you won't let them dominate your interactions. Confidence can be shown through your body language, how you handle challenges, and your willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Consider how you hold yourself in a room. Do you maintain eye contact and open posture, or do you shrink into the background? By being charismatic and confident, you create a memorable impact on those around you. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable with themselves and who make others feel good. This allure doesn't fade when you're not around. Instead, it leaves a lasting impression that makes people miss your energy and presence, eagerly awaiting the next opportunity to be in your company. Ultimately, being charismatic and confident is a journey of self-discovery and growth. As you develop these traits, you'll find that others are naturally drawn to your presence, making them miss you when you're not around. Number 9. Art respects boundaries. Creating a lasting impression and making a woman think about you nonstop involves understanding the delicate balance between closeness and independence. Setting and respecting boundaries is key to a healthy relationship, and it can actually enhance attraction. How can you make her miss you without pushing her away? The answer lies in maintaining your own life and interests while being genuinely present when you're together. Imagine a scenario where you're passionate about your hobbies and career, and you don't drop everything at a moment's notice just because she calls. This doesn't mean you're disinterested. Rather, it shows that you have a well-rounded life and respect both your own needs and hers. For example, if you're busy with work but make time to see her, it signals that while you're committed, you also have a structured and fulfilling life. This balance is attractive and can make her appreciate the moments you spend together even more. Incorporating Stoic philosophy, it's important to focus on what you can control, your actions and responses, rather than trying to manipulate how she feels. By respecting her boundaries and your own, you create an environment of trust and mutual respect. When you communicate your needs openly and encourage her to do the same, it fosters a deeper connection based on understanding rather than pressure. Plan a date night that combines something you both enjoy with a surprise element, like trying a new activity or visiting a place with special meaning. This creates shared experiences that build anticipation and fond memories, keeping you on her mind long after the evening ends. In conclusion, making a woman miss you isn't about playing hard to get. It's about being authentic and present while maintaining your own identity. By setting boundaries and living a fulfilling life, you naturally become someone she admires and desires. Number 10. The art of the revered gentleman. Being a gentleman is more than just a concept. It's an art that can make you stand out and linger in a woman's thoughts long after your interaction. The simple acts of kindness and consideration you extend can have a profound impact, often leaving her thinking about you nonstop. But what does it truly mean to be a gentleman? And how can these actions make her miss you desperately? 1. The power of small gestures. Being a gentleman means paying attention to the details that matter, opening doors, offering your jacket when she's cold, or even walking on the side of the sidewalk closest to traffic. These gestures speak volumes. They show that you're attentive and considerate, qualities that women deeply appreciate. Imagine the impact of giving her your scarf on a chilly day, like the classic scene from my own experience. Even after 3 years, I still have that scarf and remember the warmth it brought, both physically and emotionally. It was a small gesture, but one that made a lasting impression. 2. Non-physical compliments matter. While physical attraction is often immediate, what keeps a woman thinking about you are the non-physical compliments. Compliment her intellect, her humor, or her passion for her work. These kinds of compliments resonate more profoundly and show her that you see beyond the surface. How often do we hear compliments that truly make us feel seen and appreciated? When was the last time someone praised your kindness or intelligence, and how did it make you feel? 3. Cultivate mystery and curiosity. One of the keys to making someone miss you is to cultivate a sense of mystery. This doesn't mean playing games, but rather allowing her to discover new things about you over time. Share stories, passions, and dreams slowly, leaving room for curiosity. What are your dreams and how do you envision your future? Sharing these aspects in bits and pieces can create a sense of intrigue, making her want to learn more about you and miss the conversations when you're not around. 4. Consistency and patience. Consistency in your actions and words builds trust and a sense of security, which are essential for making her think about you when you're apart. Patience plays a vital role here, as it shows that you're willing to invest time and effort without rushing things. Can you think of someone who made a significant impact on your life through consistent kindness and patience? 5. Scientific backing on gestures and emotional connection. Scientific studies suggest that meaningful gestures can trigger emotional responses and increase the bond between people. The release of oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, can strengthen feelings of connection. So when you show genuine care and interest, it's not just a charming act, it's a scientifically backed way to forge a deeper connection. Being a gentleman isn't about grand gestures, but about consistently showing kindness, respect, and consideration. These actions not only set you apart, but also leave a lasting impression, making her think about you long after you've parted ways. In a world that often rushes through connections, taking the time to be a true gentleman can be your secret weapon in making her miss you desperately. Number 11. Improvisational art. Are you feeling like your relationship has hit a monotonous plateau? It's easy to get stuck in the rut of predictability, but introducing a little spontaneity can make a world of difference. Imagine this. You've planned a cozy brunch date, but midway through you suggest an unexpected detour, maybe a cooking class or a spontaneous hike. This kind of surprise isn't just refreshing, it can deepen your connection and make your time together more memorable. Why does spontaneity work so well? According to psychological studies, shared novel experiences increase the production of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. When you and your partner try something new, your brains associate these novel experiences with excitement and pleasure, enhancing your bond. This is why doing something out of the ordinary can make your partner think about you long after the event. But how do you inject spontaneity into your relationship without seeming forced? Start with small, unexpected gestures. Perhaps surprise her with tickets to a show she's mentioned in passing, or cook a meal from a cuisine she's curious about. The key is to be genuine and thoughtful in your approach. Remember, it's not about grand gestures like skydiving or bungee jumping. Sometimes, it's the simple act of stepping out of your comfort zone together that leaves a lasting impression. Your willingness to explore and adapt makes you stand out and keeps the excitement alive. Breaking routine and embracing spontaneity can revitalize your relationship. It's not about manipulating feelings, but about genuinely enriching your time together. So what will your next spontaneous adventure be? How will you make your moments together unforgettable? Share your ideas and watch as your relationship transforms from routine to remarkable. As you navigate the complex dynamics of attraction, remember that understanding how to make a woman think about you nonstop is key. By employing these strategies, you're not just making her think about you, you're embedding yourself in her thoughts, making her desperately miss you. From subtle gestures to more profound connections, these 11 tips will help you make a woman think about you nonstop, ensuring that you're never far from her mind. Whether it's through a casual touch, a thoughtful message, or creating unforgettable experiences, the essence lies in being genuinely present and understanding her needs. So, take these insights, apply them thoughtfully, and watch how you become the man she can't stop thinking about. If you found value in these tips on how to make a woman think about you non-stop, show your support by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Goddess for more wisdom on relationships and attraction. Share your thoughts in the comments and click the notification bell to stay updated on more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.